paper and follows along as we go through here, okay?
All set.
All right, guys. So, very first thing on my agenda, something that I've been noticing on pretty much everybody's calls all the way across the board is we are trying to sweep the objections under the rug. Okay, and we're trying to move past them without addressing them head on. Okay? There's a time for that, and that is in your intro. Okay? In your intro, and by the way, this is a closing training. In your intro, it's okay to, hey, no worries. My job is just to get you this information in the shortest amount of time possible so you can make a decision whenever you're ready. Right on past it, right? Because we can't validate it right there because we don't have enough rapport built with the client. We don't have enough trust for the client to be able to give us a true answer on what's going on with it, okay? So, at the ending, though, when a client tells you they need to think about it, when a client tells you I need to talk to my kids, when a client tells you I need to go over my budget, this is what I'm hearing. Hey, no worries. Our policies come with a 30-day free look period. You can look at the policy, and if you want to make changes and you want to cancel the policy, you can, but let's just see if we can get you accepted today. Okay? That is not how you close a deal when a deal stays on the books. All right? I want everybody to think of this for me. Does everybody have a flea market in their area that they've been to at least once?
Yeah.
All right. You go to the flea market and you're walking through. I'm pretty sure everybody has this. There's the jewelry cleaner guy. You guys following me? There's the jewelry cleaner guy. He goes, hey, you, let me grab your ring. No offense, women. My wife falls for it every time. Right? Oh, here's my ring. What does he do? He takes the ring off. He throws it in this solution and he starts polishing it with this rag. Next thing you know, you look at the rag and it's gray or black. You guys have that same guy? Pretty sure he's at every flea market. Okay? So, what did he just do right then and there? What did he just do? What did that guy just do? When he grabbed the ring, he cleaned it, he shined it off with the rag, showed you the black on the rag, then handed you back your ring. What did he just do?
Clean a ring for free. Yep.
Not the
I'll
answer
see him next
I'm looking
week.
for.
Showed you what you didn't know you needed.
Right? So Rico nailed it. He sold you on his product. Everybody agree? He
Yep.
didn't say, hey, Marcos, take home this bottle of ring cleaner, try it out on all your jewelry, and if it works well, come back next week and buy it. Right? That's not what he did. The reason he didn't do that is because that is a fool's way to sell something. Here, take it. You go home and try it. Bring it back if you don't like it. Okay? That's a Costco move, right? Costco, I got a 3-year-old mattress that I've been using for 3 years, and I just realized that it's hurting my back. I'm going to bring it back and get a new one. Okay? We're not Costco. You need to sell them on the product, on what it does for them right then and there, not offer for them to take it home, try it out, and bring it back so you get a charge back. Okay? This is how you do that. I need to think about it. Absolutely. Something like this definitely takes time to think about. What is it? What is the main thing that you want to go over in your mind? I address the concern head on, right? I need to talk to the kids. Absolutely. Something like this is something that you definitely want to bring to the kids and have a discussion with them. If you're anything like me and my family, you probably had some sort of discussion before you ever even put in this request. When you had that discussion with the kids in the past, what was their opinion on it? I need to talk it over with my husband. Completely agree. Decisions in a household to stay married for a long time, you do want to have a conversation with your husband before you make a purchase like this, which means that you probably had a conversation with him before you ever even started looking into it, or you've probably spoke to other agents in the past and you brought that information to your husband then, When you did that, what was his opinion on it? How did he feel about it? What did he say yes or no to? What did he like or not like? I'm addressing the concern head on. And the reason that I'm doing that is because I need to figure out what it is that the main issue is. And then I need to address it and solve it. Okay. I just don't know if I can afford it. You don't go, well, let me push out the payment 30 days for you while you figure out if you can afford it. This is what you do. Absolutely. The last thing I would ever want to do is put you in a position where I'm taking food off of your table. I'm in the business of helping families, not putting them in a worse spot than they already are. How long have you lived on a fixed income for? Well, I've been retired for 5 years. Get out. I've lived on a fixed income for 5 years. Okay. I want you to think back to the last 3 months and think about all the bills that you had come out and think about how you felt at the end of the month. Let's say you asked them and they said they get paid on the 3rd. On the 28th of the month, let's say I drafted the $75 premium on the 28th of last month. Would that have put you over? Would that have been doable? Do you think you could have managed until the 3rd? Well, I don't think I would have been able to do that. Okay, what do we probably need to do in that situation, guys?
Come down on the premium.
Come down on the premium. Exactly, right? We need to look at a lower amount. But what am I doing? Again, I'm addressing their concern. I'm addressing their concerns head on because I want to identify what the true issue is and overcome that objection, okay? I do not want to hear 30-day free look period anymore. Stop, Ashton. I do not want to hear, I'll push your payment out 30 days so you can figure it out. I want to hear, I agree, I understand, absolutely, and then address it. Okay, in the close is not the time to sweep it under the rug. It is the time to face it head on and then figure out what's the solution to overcoming that objection. Okay? That is the one thing that I've noticed all this week. 1 second, guys.
Is there a way to address that sooner during the presentation?
Yes, there is. That's a needs analysis training, Rico. I will do that, but we already have that. Now I want to show you guys, let's say you did everything perfect. We get to the close and you're still getting this objections, right? Because we are not closing enough deals on a day-to-day basis. So we got to step up our closing game. Okay. And yes, the needs analysis plays the biggest part, but you have that video to go back and watch to identify and fix that and get better at getting the needs analysis. Now it's just how to get overcome this objection and get these sales. Okay.
So just go deeper in the needs analysis then.
Go deeper in the needs analysis, correct, to prevent these from happening.
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing
But
that enough.
if you can't prevent them, you need to address them. Okay. So stop sweeping it underneath the rug. Stop offering the 30-day free look period. Stop offering the, pushing the payment out. Address the concern right then and there. The first times you do this, you're going to fail. Okay? I'm going to just be point blank with you guys. The first couple times that you address the concern, you're going to get hit with a pushback and you're not going to know how to overcome it. Okay? But that's okay. I want you to get better at addressing the concern. That way, once you do it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, now you're able to overcome it, and now you're not scared of an objection. How many of you agents right now, when you get to the close, you get nervous that you're going to get an objection?
Yep.
70% of you, 80% of you, right? Realistically speaking, are probably nervous that when you get to the close, they're going to tell you, Hey, I need to talk to my kids. Hey, I need to do this. Hey, I need to do that. Hey, I need to do this. The reason that is because you're expecting the close to go through. And Justin said it best. When you get down to the close, you just made it to the halfway point. Justin was dead on when he said that to you. When you get to the close, you just got to the halfway point. Okay? Another thing that I hear on calls that I want you guys to stop doing, and I'll be actively listening for this. We do not mail the client anything. We do not email them anything. Okay? Josh, that's harsh. Josh, it would help me close deals. No, it won't. No, it won't. The reason I tell you that it won't is because what do you think these people get in their mail at least once a week?
All kinds of insurance stuff.
Tons
All
of ads.
types of insurance stuff. You think we're going to compete with Gerber and
I
mailing
haven't
stuff
opened a
out?
piece of mail in the last 15 years that didn't have a Gerber ad in it.
That's what I'm saying. Do you guys really think you're going to compete with Gerber for mailing them something? Do you think in the 10 days it takes them to get something in the mail, they're going to go, oh, Don sent me this. You know what, Don? Let me open this up. I remember, Don. That was a good hour conversation. I enjoyed that. Let me see what he sent me. Oh, he did it. Let me give Don a call back. Let me have his number right here on my refrigerator where I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget it. So when I got this piece of mail, I would be happy to call him back and tell him, yes, Don, I'm ready to spend this $300 a month on this insurance policy just because of this brochure, this beautiful brochure that you emailed me or mailed me. You think the client's doing that? No.
Yeah.
No. You know what they're doing with it? Ah, Gerber. Trash. Pioneer. Never heard of them before. Trash. This can go right
Yeah,
next to my water bill. I'm not going to pay for another 3 months. Trash. Right? That's all they're doing. Even if they don't put it in the trash, it's going to go right on the kitchen table where their mail is piled up 2 foot tall, and they're not going to get to it for another 2 years, right? You're actually doing a client a disservice by not closing them right then and there, okay? Because they may not be around for the next time that you talk to them. So do not mail them anything. Oh, yeah, could you send me something? What would you like for me to send you that would help you make a decision on this today? What do you need to see for it to be beneficial enough for you to make a decision today? Well, I just want to see something about the company. Okay. Do you have an email address? Yep. You can email it, but they stay on the phone with you while you email it. I just sent that over to you. Do me a favor. Go ahead and open that up for me. You're going to go through it right there with them. Okay? It's not, hey, I'll email you something. Get back to me when you have a chance to look at it. Email is instantaneous. I'll feel more comfortable emailing something than I would mailing something. If you're going to email it, you keep them on the phone with you and you go over it right there with them. Follow me, guys? That way they have all the information they need to make a decision. But even emailing it is not going to do anything. I would say something along the lines of this. Yeah, I could definitely send you something. What would I need to include in that to help you make a decision? Whatever they say right there is probably their objection. Unless it's, oh, I just want to see something about the company. What would you like to see about the company other than what I had presented to you so far? What would you like to see? What can I send you that I didn't cover with you already?
I just want to
Okay?
review it.
Absolutely. And I respect that, Mr. Rico, and I want you to be able to do that. Do you have access to your email right now?
Yes.
Okay. I'll send it to you. We'll go over it together. Let me know whenever you receive it. Okay? So you can send it, but you're going to go over it right then and there. Okay? So stop mailing, stop emailing unless it's an absolute have to. And if you do have to, you do it right there on the phone with them while they look it over. You're going to go by it piece by piece. And if they go, no, I'll look at it and I'll get back to you. Say, well, no, I want to explain it to you and I want to go over it with you so you can see what I'm actually sending with you. So go ahead and open that up for me. Oh, I won't be able to do that. Okay, what do I need to include in that email that I haven't explained to you already? What is going to help you make that decision? Okay, find out what that reason is. All right. Another thing that I've noticed. Okay, another thing that I've noticed on calls is we're winging it too much in the loop or in the close for our rebuttals. We don't have something very specific to say that's uniform that everybody says together. And I take full ownership for that. The reason I take ownership for that is because I've been doing this a while. I have my own objection handling. I have my own rebuttals, right? I have my own way to identify what it is a client wants to see or not see or that they need to do. And you guys, this is probably a bad terminology, but monkey see, monkey do, right? You ever heard that saying before? You see me
Yep.
do it, so you do it. Again, I take full responsibility for that. I'm going to use the parent expression. Don't do as I do as I say. Okay? I'm going total parent on you guys right now. Don't do as I do as I say. Okay? Because I can't take my head off of my shoulders and stick it on your shoulders, okay? It takes time to get the skill set to be able to handle any objection and being able to figure out what's the best case scenario. Should I continue? Should I hold off? Should I do a callback? Should I push until they hang up on me, right? It takes a little bit of practice to be able to get that. Everybody will get there, but it definitely takes thousands and thousands and thousands of attempts and trials and closes and non-closes, okay? So, what is one thing that every single person here can do regardless of the objection you get? Who
The
can tell
loop.
me? The loop. Okay? Raise your hand if you got an objection in the close today.
Say that again.
Raise your hand if you got an objection in the close today. Nathan? So we only had one person get to a present. Marcos, two people get to a presentation all day today. That's it. Nobody else. Nobody else quoted anybody today.
I got one, but I'll ask you about it. It's what he's wanting, so I'll just ask the information later on or tomorrow morning.
Okay. Well, I want to confirm this because we might be doing the wrong training here. Only one person, two people got to the close today and quoted somebody.
I quoted people.
Okay. Three. Okay. All right. So we need to do an intro training then. Tomorrow morning, I need everybody here. We're gonna hit hard on our intros. Okay. We're gonna go really, really hard. We're gonna literally role play for an hour tomorrow, just straight hammering each other with intro and rebuttals and objections and overcoming them. Okay. So when you get to your closes, somebody hit me with an objection.
I already got that covered.
In the close.
Oh,
I gotta pay some stuff off. Give me a couple months.
I respect that, Mr. Nathan. And honestly, I know exactly what that's like to be in a position like that. And I do hear what you're saying. But let me ask you a question, Mr. Nathan. Does the idea make sense to you? Do you like the idea of a program like this for your daughter?
I do.
Exactly. You see, the true beauty of this program, Mr. Nathan, is unlike most plans out there, this program is never going to go up in price. So just like you said, you got to pay some stuff off. You got to, get your budget together. The price that we agree on today is going to be the same price that you pay forever. So you can always have this budgeted in and know exactly what it's going to cost. And once you take care of this, you're never going to have to worry about doing this again. Okay. On top of that, this program also builds a cash value. I'm going to go over a feature that ties into the objection that they gave. Okay. So Nathan's objection is get stuff paid off. Agreed?
Yeah.
So I'm going to explain cash value. Now, another great feature of this program, Mr. Nathan, is it does actually build up a cash value. So a portion of your premiums are actually going into a separate savings account for you to use in the future if you ever needed to for a rainy day fund. So if you ever catch yourself getting outside of your budget to where you're not able to budget this in anymore, you could actually borrow money from this policy to help get you back on track to make sure that you're always within the limited budget that you're in. Pretty cool, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now, let me ask you a question, Mr. Nathan. If your daughter came to you and she asked you to do this for her and she said, Dad, if something happens to you tomorrow, I'm going to struggle. I'm not going to be able to come out of pocket for your funeral cost. Or Dad, you mentioned that your funeral is already paid for, but, life is getting harder and harder by the day and I could use some extra money. Would you do this for me? You probably wouldn't tell her, yeah, I'll do it in a couple months. You would tell her, of course I'll do it. As long as I can afford it, I'll do it. Am I right?
In a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat. Exactly. And now that I can understand. And you don't know me, Mr. Nathan, and I don't have a luxury of having a track record with you. So let me just reintroduce myself so you know exactly who's going to be your agent for anything that you need. My name is Joshua Cribb. I am a top producing agent here at Senior Life Services, and I pride myself on the ability to go the extra mile for my clients, help their family through the claims process, and be available for you 24/7. See, I'm not just here to guide you into a program that best fits your situation, but I'm here to hold your hand and your daughter's hand every step of the way to make sure you get the absolute most out of this policy. And as far as my company goes, Senior Life Services, at the heart of all our success is really one simple thing. We get claims paid to your daughter when she needs it the most. That's all we do. We specialize in a final expense program. We don't sell 15 different types of insurance. We work with people specifically like you that are on fixed incomes, struggling already on a month to month to find something affordable for them and help them prepare for the worst. And we design a product that specifically matches your needs and to make sure those needs are met. Pretty cool, right?
Yes, sir.
So why don't we do this, Mr. Nathan? We're talking about the $10,000 program to make sure your funeral's covered, okay? Why don't we enroll in an $8,000 program right now? Like I mentioned earlier, funerals are ranging between 8 to 13,000. We went with the 10 just to make sure we hit a happy medium. Why don't we do the 8,000 right now just to make sure that the funeral's fully covered? And as soon as your first payment's made, you can finally check this off your list. Does that sound fair enough?
Yeah, it does, but I already got 2 policies that I'm paying for.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, I definitely respect that. And what am I going to do? I'm going to go right here. I'm going to go to my rebuttals. And then I'm going to go to budget issues, right? And I'm going to say, you know what, Mr. Nathan? And I respect that. And kudos to you for already having 2 policies in place. You're already ahead of the game to make sure that you're taken care of. But obviously, you're speaking to me today to make sure that you feel like you're a little underinsured and you feel like you need a little bit more. Am I right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And like you mentioned, budget is a main issue and prices. And you could probably say that about every single one of the bills that you have, your electric bill, any other insurances that you pay for. You probably feel like you're paying more than you should, right? The price of eggs nowadays, the price of milk, the cost of shoes, the cost of clothes, your electric bill, literally anything that you're spending money on, they're all too much. Do you agree with me? They're all more than what you
Absolutely.
want them to be. But you still do them every month, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So let's make sure that your daughter's protected. There's a reason we're on the phone today. So let's go ahead and move forward with this. Do me a favor. Spell your first and last name for me.
Nathan. You,
Okay.
Josh, you real smooth with that. Like, I got to get better with that because
I want you. So thank you. I appreciate that. The main thing I want you guys to take away from that, though, is I'm making everything tailored to you, right? So yes, it's on the script, very script-like. Everybody agree with that? There was a lot of words that I added in there, right?
Yeah.
I can't train you on that because every single person's going to be a little bit different. Agreed? I'm
Yep.
tailoring it to Nathan though, right? Everything that he told me, I wanted to tailor it to him. The most important thing I want you to take away from that is how was my tonality as I read those rebuttals? How was my tonality as I went through that loop? It
Very
wasn't like,
confident.
right, and very upspoken. I'm speaking with my chest at this point. If you lower your tonality and you get into like a very, and Mr. Nathan, and I can understand that. And if your daughter came to you and asked you to do this, you probably wouldn't tell her you want to think about it. You would just tell her, where do I sign up? Am I right? Completely different tonality. It's going to have a completely different impact on the client versus speaking up, speaking with your chest, and making yourself heard. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Mm. Hey, any questions on the loop? I think I feel like I need to be rushed a bit. Like they're just waiting to hang up on me. Okay. So what typically happens there, Marcos, is you guys are probably, and let's be realistic here, right? You're probably reading some of these paragraphs and they're giving you the same objection a couple times as you're going through here. Am I right in saying that, guys?
Generally.
So I'm saying, I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you a question. Does the idea make sense to you? And they're like, yeah, it makes sense. But like I said, I need to go over my budget. I need to think about it. Absolutely. And then it's throwing you off because you're feeling like you need to address it right then and there. Am I right?
Yeah.
Your main objective in your loop is to get to this point right here. Okay? Once you get to this point, they're not going to give you any more objections the rest of the loop. They're going to give you objections right here all day long. They're going to give you objections right here. Once you ask them, if your daughter came to you and asked you to do this for her, you wouldn't tell her, let me think about it. You tell her, where do I sign up, or how do I get that taken care of for you? Am I right? Well, yeah, you're right. You're not going to get any more objections as you go through here and explain all this. Okay? Once you get past that, you're good to go. Does everybody feel like they can do that tomorrow on their calls if they get to the quote?
Yes, sir.
Gonna give it the best shot.
Let me ask you guys, if it doesn't work the first 5 times, does that mean it doesn't work?
No, just means you gotta practice it more.
100%. That is what I want you guys to realize tomorrow when you're doing it. Just because it doesn't work the first couple times does not mean it doesn't work. The first time you guys did the script in the intro, did it work? Nope.
No,
Right? As a brand new agent, how many times did you get hung up on in the intro?
thousands.
Thousands, right? Donald, I keep looking at you because I know, bro, you were hammering out those dials, man. I know you were getting battered to hell for the people that did answer. Am I right? How do you feel now in your intro, though? A little bit more confident, getting through it a little bit more?
Yeah. I mean, you get through it, you just used to hearing the same objections and everything like that, and just work on your rebuttals and try to get to the next part of the scripts.
It's the exact same thing in your close. It's the exact same thing. Once you do it a couple times, okay. So we got through the loop. So just to recap where we're at so far for the day. We are addressing objections like a head-on collision. Okay? I want you facing them head on. All right? Do not sweep them under the rug. Do not offer 30-day free look period. Do not offer to postpone their payment. Do not offer to call them back. I want you to address their objections head on. Hey, I understand. I think this is something that you do need to blank. You probably did this before you even had you reached out about information on this. When you talked to them in the past, what was their opinion on it? Address it head on. Next up, free or the loop and your rebuttals. Use your loop, use your rebuttals, tonality, enthusiasm, how high you can get your voice. You want to speak over them, okay? Because you need to be heard. Okay? These paragraphs need to be said loud and clear, speaking with your chest, because they need to hear what you're saying, because at the end of the day, are we pushing a product that does not help?
No.
Okay. We're not pushing some bullcrap product that somebody could live without, and you're taking somebody's last $13 for Netflix, right? We're not selling something that they could honestly live with or without. We're selling something that's going to protect them and help their family for when that day comes. Everybody agree with that? Everybody sold on the product that we're offering,
Yes.
right? So we need to make sure we're loud and heard. All right. Next up, for banking. I don't want anybody asking, what's your account and routing number? I don't want anybody asking, I need you to go grab your checkbook for me. Okay? This is the wording I want you to use when you're gathering banking information. Just like this, word for word, does everybody have this script?
Yep.
Newer agents, you have it easier because this used to be all broken up into 3 different sticky notes on people's computer. Now it's all in one spot. All right, Miss Jones. If you qualify for a free, notice my tonality, notice how I'm talking louder. All right, Miss Jones, if you qualify for a free service called policy protection, that means that the insurance company will be communicating directly with your bank for your premium payments. Policy protection means that in the event of a serious illness or an inability to make a manual payment, your policy will not be in danger of lapsing because the payment is made electronically. Now, once Pioneer receives the first payment, you are covered. So don't worry. There won't be any delays in starting your coverage. Best case scenario, Pioneer will accept payment from your bank within 24 hours. Worst case scenario, you
You
may
mean
have
I
to
have to pay
wait.
today?
So best case scenario, Mr. Rico, Pioneer will accept payment within 24 hours. Worst case scenario, you may have to wait 72 hours for them to send in the payment, but leave the money in your account just in case. And then I will stay on top of this on my side to attempt to get your policy funded and make sure that your coverage is started as soon as possible, okay?
Can we do it in a couple of weeks instead then? Can you get back to me a couple of weeks and we'll do it then? I won't have the
Absolutely.
money until then.
For sure. So I can definitely do that for you, Mr. Rico. The great part about these plans is they do allow us to push out a payment. Now, let me ask you, when do you typically receive your benefits?
Middle of the month, around there.
Like the second Wednesday?
Around there.
Okay. All right. I have a lot of clients that actually get paid on the second Wednesday, Mr. Rico. What am I going to do with this objection? What do we do with objections in the close?
Agree.
Agree, but what are we doing?
Continue to the application.
Nope. What are we doing in the objections in the close, guys? I just said it. I just trained you on it.
You acknowledge it and show a solution.
We're attacking the objections head on. Everybody say that with me.
Attack
Attacking
the
the
objection
objections
head
head
on.
on.
head on.
Head on. I want you to headbutt them.
Okay.
Okay? I want you to bleed, headbutt. You want to attack these objections head on. So the very first thing I need to do is agree with you, right, Rico?
Yep.
So yeah, a lot of the clients that I work with actually get paid on the second Wednesday. So I can definitely set it up for that date for you. Now,
Okay.
let me
So
ask
that
you,
means
Mr. Rico.
will do it then and not today?
Absolutely. I can definitely set it up for then for you, Mr. Rico. No worries at all. Let me ask you, Mr. Rico, are you typically in a position in the middle or the beginning of the month where you could not afford $125?
Um, I might, but I would like to have a little cushion just in case something comes up.
I respect that. But on a normal month-to-month basis, do you typically feel like, like for an example, if you were in a store today buying insurance and there was a $125 policy that protected your family and you could throw it in the cart today and make sure you were covered, would you say that you have the money to be able to do that? Or do you feel like that would be a little bit tight getting towards the end of your pay cycle?
Yeah, I'll have it, but it'll be very tight. That's the cushion that I want.
Absolutely. So let me give you a suggestion, Mr. Rico, because you are not actually covered until that first payment is made. And when you've been in this business long enough, you realize that not every day is promised, which is the main reason me and you are even doing this today. Am I right?
Yeah, my crystal ball is broken, so
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So why don't we do this, Mr. Rico? Let's start off with a little bit of a lower amount. If you had to pay today, how much could you afford today if you absolutely had to? If it was life or death, if you knew you were passing away tomorrow, how much could you afford today?
probably all of it, but I'd prefer to pay like $50. I mean, I
Okay.
maybe just add something to it later in the future.
Okay. Then let me give you a suggestion. My job is to put something in front of you that you don't even have to think about. Everybody say that with me. My job
My
Job
job
is
is to
to
put
put
something
is to
something in
put
front of you
something in
right
front of
you
you
Someone
that
from
you
you
that
don't
where
even
you don't
have to
even
think
have to
about.
think
just
about
don't even have to think about.
Something that you can just do every month
something that
and
you
know
can
that
just
you
do
have it.
every month
And know that you have it.
and know that you have it.
So let's do this, Mr. Rico. Right now we're discussing a policy for the 15,000 at 124, which is enough to cover a funeral, not just at today's cost, but the rest of your life, right?
Yep.
Why don't we make sure that you're covered to where if you didn't wake up tomorrow, that you have enough to be able to cover the funeral? That would be an $8,000 policy. That would bring it down to only $76 a month. That way, Pioneer can get you accepted, draft the first payment, and then we can reschedule all of your ongoing payments for the second Wednesday of every month. And on top of that, Mr. Rico, the second Wednesday of this month is next week on the 9th. Agreed?
Yep.
What I will do for you is I will even skip that next payment, and your next payment will not even be due until August the 13th. Okay? And then once we get closer, we can increase your policy back up to the 15,000 and make sure you're covered on the second Wednesday every month moving forward. Sound fair enough?
We're going 45 days out.
Mm-mm. We're e-checking it. I lowered your coverage, right?
Mm-hmm.
I lowered your coverage to 8,000, right? For 75.
Okay.
I'm getting you to pay the 75 today. Okay? Pioneer gives a 10-day grace period. So because the 9th is your reoccurring draft date, because you want it second Wednesday of every month, right?
Yeah. Oh, I gotcha. I got it.
Right? We're not going to charge you within a 7-day window again. They're going to skip this payment for your second payment,
I
quote
see. I
unquote.
got it. I got it.
Your next payment is not due until August the 13th. So now I'm actually getting you to pay today on a lower amount. And then I'm actually offering something extra for you to where you don't have to make your next payment until August the 13th. So you get about 11 days of free insurance, right?
Yep. I got it.
And offering to increase the policy before that happens to make sure you have 15 moving forward.
Hey,
Agreed?
Josh, what would you do if you were doing me, which I'm the third Wednesday?
So if you're the third Wednesday, that would be The 16th. A little bit tougher. So I can't offer you the 10-day free look period. And with you being on the third Wednesday of the month, with you being charged twice in 1 month, that's going to be a little bit more difficult, okay?
Yeah.
So don't offer it.
Correct. Don't offer it. In that case scenario, there's a reason. Do you guys remember the last time that we did an e-check training? I told you about 50% of your business should be e-check and 50% D1P.
Yeah. Yeah.
The reason that I gave you a 50-50, guys, is for that reason right there,
Okay.
right? You know what? I respect that, Mr. Rico, because we're, the 16th is coming up. I don't want you to be charged twice in a month. I don't think that's fair to you, even though it's like 15 days out. We'll just go ahead and make that for the 15th, okay? Or 16th, just to make sure that you have the money available. Fair enough?
That's fair.
That's where the 50% would come in,
Okay.
okay? But 50% are going to be on the first, the third, second Wednesday, right?
Okay.
And then as you get towards the end of the month, 50% are going to be the second Wednesday, third Wednesday, fourth Wednesday,
Okay.
right?
Yep. And then from here on, you go back to the policy protection after you handle that.
Because I've already addressed this with you, I'm going right into, all right, Mr. Rico. And then what is the name of the bank that you want to use this, make your payments with?
Your favorite, Wells Fargo.
Beautiful bank. I've had them since I was 16. They used to be Wachovia. How do you like them?
Oh, been with him for a while, so I guess I like him.
Yes, sir. It's all about the tellers. Am I right, Mr. Rico? If you got a good teller, then you got a good bank.
Yep.
Yes, sir. So I do partner with them, Mr. Rico. I do have some of their information here on file. I have the routing number here in front of me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read it to you if you can confirm for me that this matches what you have. Leave a little pause.
Okay.
And
How do I know that?
great question, Mr. Rico. That's why I leave a little pause. They're either going to say, okay, or I don't have anything to confirm that for you. Okay? If they say, okay, read it. Okay, perfect. Is that a checking or savings? All right, what is that number? If they say, well, how do I confirm that? I would say, well, let me ask you, Mr. Rico, I'm assuming you're still old school like me. Do you still write checks?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Do me a favor. Go ahead, grab a blank check. Let me know when you have it. And then the first set of numbers at the bottom left is the routing number. Let me know when you have that in front of you.
Hold on, I gotta go across the street. I'm joking.
Okay. But let's just say you don't have that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything like that though.
I don't
checks
write
anymore.
checks. Absolutely. Okay. So that means that you're probably new school, like my wife, and that you probably have the app on your phone. Am I right?
Yeah. Not on my phone. I go to my computer.
Perfect. We can find that information right there. Do me a favor, log into that for me real quick.
Okay.
For giggles, let's say you don't have it.
I'm
No,
outside
don't use the
though.
app either.
I'm not in front of my computer.
Use a different one because I'd make you go get it.
Okay. I'm at the store.
Okay. No worries. Let me ask you. When the bank sends you a bank statement once a month, what do you typically do with that, Mr. Rico?
They send it to my email.
Okay. All right. Do me a favor. Log into your email for me real quick.
Okay.
Have them pull up a bank statement on there. But let's say they don't have that either.
Okay. I don't. I can open it on my phone, but it's really little. I can't see it.
No worries. No worries. Let's give me something else. Give me that you just don't have it because I would show you how to zoom in on
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Right. I'm gonna find a way for you to see it. Don't
Yeah.
worry about that. Like just like if you're outside, I'm gonna make you go back inside.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't.
give me an actual
Yeah, I don't have
objection, like,
emails
I
on my
couldn't do it.
phone, so I normally that's why I use my computer.
No worries, Mr. Rico. What we can do is we can actually just call the bank and they'll give it to you right over the phone. It's super easy. I'm going to call the bank. I'm going to get you on the line with the representative. I'll do all the prompts. When they answer, you're going to have to do all the talking because it's your account. And then you just need to ask them for the routing and account number, and I'll be right there on mute, okay? I'll go ahead and dial them in now.
What if the bank doesn't give that info?
That doesn't matter to me at that point.
Oh, just get them to do it.
Exactly. Why is it important just to get them to do it, and it doesn't matter if the bank does it or not?
Get them used
Get
to
the
doing
trust
something.
in place.
Yep.
I just want to see if they're willing to give it to me or if they've been lying to me.
Yeah, see if you got the trust built up to do it.
Yep, because what if they go, well, no, I don't really want to do that right now. Can you give me a call back? What does that mean?
Not ready.
You got a whole different issue at hand. So, and what are you going to do when you get an objection?
Face it head on.
You're going to face it head on. Let me ask you, Mr. Rico, is it a trust issue? Point blank. Is it a trust issue? If it is, I can understand that. But is it a trust issue?
Yeah, I just don't have it right now.
Okay. So then let's go ahead and just give the bank a call real quick. They can give it to you right over the phone.
Okay, I'd rather do it
Dial
later.
them in. Absolutely, and I can definitely help you do that. But we're almost finished here, Mr. Rico. This is the last step, and I know how important it is to you to make sure that this is taken care of for your family. Let's take 5 more minutes and get this off your to-do list, and you never have to worry about it again. I'll go ahead and dial them in now.
Very good.
Okay, I'm going to address it head on. No worries. I
Hey,
get that,
Josh.
but we're almost done.
Or what if they say I don't like giving that information over the phone?
Great. Beautiful objection. I apologize in advance, guys. I'm eating dinner right here. We're doing this. I don't eat dinner early, so
You actually eat, Josh?
barely. Barely. I eat at my desk lunch and dinner every day, so you guys have to excuse me. I don't like giving that information out of the phone. Hit me with it.
Yeah, but I really don't like giving my information over the phone.
Everybody pay attention to what I'm about to say. It's going to be very hard for you to duplicate, but you're going to say this in your own words, okay? But this is how you overcome that. I respect that, Mr. Nathan. Back in the day, we used to actually go out to the homes prior to COVID, and insurance agents would sit down at your kitchen table with you, shake your hand, and look you in the eye as you guys were doing business. And that's probably how you remember how you preferred to do it. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
What did I just do, guys?
Agree.
His objection.
Agreed, right? I found common ground. That's all I needed to do is find common ground first, and then what am I going to do to the objection?
Overcome.
I'm going to hit it head on. But since COVID, Mr. Nathan, a lot of things have changed. We've actually started going to the phone, and we've been doing that more and more since then. Now, I have to tell you, I miss being out face to face. I miss being able to sit down at the kitchen table with my clients and look them in the eye and shake their hand and do a paper application. But I have to tell you, I have saved a lot of gas money since we switched to being over the phones. What are they going to do? They're going to chuckle. They're going to laugh, right? A little small joke. Well, I've saved a lot of gas money not having to go out. And, Mr. Nathan, I'm actually licensed in 7 states. So not only am I able to help you, but I'm able to help people in 6 other states now that I'm doing it over the phone. So as much as it has its pros and cons, and I respect that, it has helped me be able to help many, many people. Let me ask you, is it a trust issue?
Yeah, I've been scammed before, so.
I can understand that. I'm sorry that happened to you. I've been scammed myself, Mr. Nathan. I scanned my debit card at the gas station one time and they got me for $400 from Florida to Texas on my dime. So I can respect that. I have a process that I like to do to help my clients know that they're speaking to a licensed agent. Step number 1, Mr. Nathan, I already gave you my national producer number. You wrote that down, right?
Yes, sir.
That is what gives me the ability to offer life insurance in the United States. To get that national producer number, Mr. Nathan, I had to pass a 40-hour pre-licensing course. I had to pass a state exam. I had to get fingerprints done and send it off to the National Insurance Producer Registry to verify that I have no criminal record. That's all just to obtain that national producer number. So now you have that. Step number 2, we're going to call my company, like I had mentioned earlier, is Senior Life Services. We are going to verify that I am a writing agent with them. Step number 3, we're going to actually call the insurance company that I'm offering you today, which is Pioneer Security Life. We will speak to their licensing department and verify that I'm a writing agent with them as well, okay? Let me go ahead and call my company first. Dial in SLS, speak to any of the ladies in the back office, and they will help you make sure that you're verified. And they do a very good job at it, okay?
Is it just
So,
customer
3
service,
steps.
Josh?
Yep, 772-218-2952. Anybody that picks up.
Option 1.
Option 1, 2, 3, or 4. It don't matter. Anybody that picks
Okay.
up will help you. Because they want the money just as bad as you do, because that's how they get paid.
Then what do you say?
Okay. That's how you overcome
Then what
that
do you say to
objection,
them?
okay? Hey, Miss Kayla, this is or Mindy, whoever answers. Hey, Mindy, this is Joshua Cribb. I have a client on the line, and they just want to verify that I'm a writing agent if you're able to help us out with that. And then they'll start talking to your client. They'll go into Senior Life Services as A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. We've been in business for 44 years. And yeah, what questions do you have? And then the clients are usually like, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't getting taken advantage of, but I think I'm good. Okay, perfect. And every time I've done that, when I hang up, every time I hang up, they go, okay, here you go. I don't like giving it, but I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. Every time.
So do you say the same thing when you call the carrier?
I've never had to go to that part.
Oh, okay.
But yes, if you do call the carrier, there's all the prompts at the beginning. Go to the licensing department and verify yourself with your writing number, and they'll do the same thing for you. They want the business just as bad as you do because that's how they get paid.
Okay. Thank you.
I am tired of the draft returns, the NSFs, and the invalid bankings. And I know if I'm tired of seeing them, you guys have to be tired of seeing them, right? I'm going to show you
Yep.
guys how to avoid them like the darn black plague. All right, Mr. Rico, and I'm ready for that number whenever you are. And read me a checking number.
123-456-789.
All right, and then I think I missed a digit. Can you read it to me one more time?
123-456-789.
Okay, let me repeat that back to you. 123-56789.
No. 123-456-789.
Perfect. I got it. Thank you, Mr. Rico. I read it back to him with the digit wrong after I had told him that I missed the digit and I needed him to read it to me again. And I had it read and confirmed 3 different times. Okay? I got to make sure my banking's right. Once my banking is right, now I just need to make sure that the client's fully aware of when they're going to be charged and how much they're going to be charged. Okay? That is where the seal the deal comes into play. I'm going to start pulling your guys' sales calls. Not for any disciplinary action, so don't be scared. No disciplinary action, guys. I just want to pull it to hear how we can implement the seal the deal better, how we can gather more referrals, and just to make sure that you're doing the seal the deal. And if you're not, train you on it to help you out, okay? Zero disciplinary action. I want everybody to understand that, okay? Because I'm not doing it just to be like, hey, I told you to do this. I don't care about that. What I do care about is you guys making money, keeping your money on the books, and getting more money from the agents that you're already doing or the clients that you're already selling, okay? This is how you do seal the deal. All right. Mr. Don, did I answer all of your questions today, sir?
Yes, you did.
Well, thank you for that. And if you met somebody tomorrow and they told you that they need insurance, did I do a good enough job to earn your recommendation, Mr. Don?
Yeah, I'll pass your name along.
I appreciate that. And where do you write down things that you don't want to forget? You got a special book or you got a diary, don't you, Mr. Don?
Yeah, I just got a little piece of paper here.
Perfect. All right. Do me a favor. You still got my name and number and my national producer number there, right?
I do.
All right. Let me make sure you got my work phone number and my cell phone number. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. First one is 1-2-3-4-5-6-7-8-9.
Got it.
And my cell phone number
Hey,
is
that's my account number.
987-654-321. Got it?
I got it.
Perfect. Okay. All right. On that note, you have been extremely patient with me, Mr. Don, and I'm sorry that this took so long, but I'm glad we could get this taken care of for you. I want to offer you a little gift, okay? Our agency has a program that will actually give you an extra $1,000 of insurance, free accidental insurance, for every person that you can recommend us to, up to 5,000, so up to 5 people. They're not required to buy anything whatsoever. All they have to do is pick up the phone and say hello. Okay? If they pick up the phone and say hello, free $1,000. Who's the first person I can call that you know that'll say hello?
Joe.
Joe. Perfect. And what is Joe's phone number?
It's 555-555-555.
Do you think you know 2 people that would pick up and say hello, Mr. Don?
Yeah, I think so.
Who's the second person?
I think my neighbor Kelvin, I think he's looking for some insurance. We were talking about it.
All right. What's his phone number?
It's area code 313-325-6219.
Perfect. And now we're getting to, do you got friends or not, Mr. Don? You know 3 people?
Yeah, actually I do. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Who's the third person?
Danielle.
Danielle. Beautiful name. All right. And then for Danielle, what is her phone number?
That's area code 810-215-6123.
All right. You got $2,000 more dollars. You know 2 more people?
I'd have to think about that.
Let me ask you this. Somebody was in front of you right now, Mr. Don. They had $1,000 cash. And other than the 3 people that you just mentioned, you had to call somebody on your phone. And all they had to do was say hello, and it cannot be 911 because that's cheating. And I'd hand you $1,000 if you just called them and they said hello. Who would you call?
I could maybe call my uncle.
And what's his phone number?
810-625-7440.
Perfect. You got one more?
Yeah, I think I can probably find somebody here on my phone. Let me look it up. Oh yeah. Here's my Aunt Sheila.
Perfect. All right. Notice how I said that, guys. Who do you know that I could call and all they got to do is say hello? And if they say hello, I'll give you $1,000. Who would you have me call? See, it changes it from a referral to a game at that point, right? There's a YouTuber. What made me think about this to apply it is there's a YouTuber and he goes up to this kid. Kid's maybe 9, 10. He had a cell phone, so he was like 9, 10, or 11. And the YouTuber goes, "I'll give you $5,000 You got to call somebody, and if they pick up and they say hello, give you the $5,000. The kid goes, all right. He says, all right, you got to put it on speaker. Ring, ring. 911, what's your emergency? He goes, somebody picked up, give him my $5,000. Got the $5,000, walked away. Right? So just making a game out of it. Right? It's supposed to be fun. Get the referrals like that, okay? All right. Mr. Don, you have been awesome. We've covered a lot of ground. I see a lot of things in this business, and, unfortunately, family is not what it used to be. So I'm very encouraged to see that you still have as much love within yours. And I'm part of that world now, Mr. Don, because I'm your insurance agent. I'm going to be there the day that your family needs me the most. And I'm going to tell them about the time that we had here today. I won't tell them the bad. I'll just tell them the good, okay? Now, and thank you for that. I appreciate that, and thank you for allowing me to be your agent. Now, let me just ask you a few questions here before I let you go, okay? Do you remember the name of the insurance company that's offering you insurance today?
Yeah, I think I wrote it down. I can't read my chicken scratch, but I think it's Pioneer.
You nailed it. Excellent. And they're going to be mailing a policy directly to you. As soon as you get it, call me at one of those 2 numbers that I gave you. And that way I can go over it page by page with you, okay?
Cool.
Now, your first payment will be processed within the next 2 days. But what day of the month will your ongoing premium payments come out on every month?
That's going to be the second Wednesday of the month.
You nailed it. Yes, sir. And then your second payment, because we're making the first payment within the next 2 days, we're skipping July 2nd Wednesday. And your next payment's not due until August 2nd Wednesday, right?
Right.
Perfect. Okay. And then the only thing worse than not having enough coverage is to have enough, get accepted for it, and then lose it. Or not to get enough at first and then have to pay more later. When you think about providing a check to your family for $8,000, and that's only going to cost you $75 a month to make that happen, does that number feel high, low, or perfect?
I think it's pretty good. I like it.
Okay. All right. And then last question for you, Mr. Don, and this is probably the most serious question that I have. If somebody asked you, why did you buy insurance today? What would you tell them?
Also, my daughter wouldn't have to pay for this. It's my responsibility.
And how does it make you feel to know that you have that taken care of now for her?
I feel pretty good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm going to be giving you a call in the next 7 days, Mr. Don. I'm going to shoot you a text tonight, and this is based on the training that we had this morning with Henry. I'm going to shoot you a text either tonight or tomorrow morning, okay? It's going to have all my information on it, and that way you can save my cell phone number in your phone. I already sent you one, but I'll send you another one. And then I'll give you a call in 7 days. We'll go over your policy together. Until then, if anybody calls you about insurance, go ahead and hang up on them or send them to me. I'm your insurance agent. I'm in the best position to be able to help you out. So anything that you need insurance related, you give me a call. Fair enough?
Sounds good.
All right, Mr. Don. You have a wonderful rest of your day, and happy 4th of July to you and your family. And welcome to the SLS family, where we are your partner for life, sir.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. I know it's late, guys. 8:30. We did an hour and a half training. How do you guys feel after everything that we covered today?
You're good.
Pretty good.
Is it going to help?
Yes, sir.
And be honest with me.
Yeah.
Tell me no, Josh, what you trained on sucked. Be honest with me.
Is there a way
All
we could, like download your brain and like upload it to us?
Yeah, there is a way. It is 3
Practice.
years and no, it's actually 4 years as of yesterday of doing it.
Oh wow, dang.
So I think July 1st is my anniversary. So 4 years of doing it. All right. I appreciate you guys being here. Again, I know it's late. You guys are good to head out, go eat some dinner. If you're still going to dial, put in that extra work, practice what we just learned. Okay? Apply it. And then if you guys need me, don't hesitate to text me or reach out, okay? All right, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks, Josh.
See you in the
you,
morning,
sir.
Josh. Thanks.
Thank you.